My name is Angela Namwakira. I am a partner at Dili Group. Security Trustee Services and Escrow Agency Services are some of the specialist services that we provide within the jurisdictions we operate in, currently Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And I'll start with the Security Trustee Services. And the best way to explain them is to use an example. So you've got company A that is looking for funding. They've got a good property valued at 1.2 billion, and they are seeking for funding to the tune of, say, 700 million. And they approach Bank X and say, we are looking for this funding, and we've got this property that we are willing to put up as security. And the bank says, well, we are not able to give you the full 700 million, but maybe speak to Bank Y and Bank Z and see whether together we can again give you the funding that you require. So the three banks would not be willing, because the security is just one, would not be willing for that security to be charged in favor of one bank and not the two others. So what the banks typically agree then is that the security is charged in the name of a third party in favor of all three banks. And that's the role that the security trustee plays. So they'll take up the securities, they'll hold the title documents, keep them safe from perils such as fire, such as flooding, and then hold them until the facilities are discharged. Or when there's default, then they'll step in and take up enforcement action and follow up the recovery and realize the property for the benefit of the lenders. So turning to escrow services, escrow is a legal term that refers to a third party holding money, documents, or property on behalf of other parties for a temporary period until certain conditions are fulfilled, and then it's released to the correct party. I'll also use an example to explain the escrow agency services. So say you've got company A that wishes to acquire company B from company C. So the company C is a shareholder of company B. And in the process of the due diligence and negotiations, company C makes certain assurances to company A about company B. For instance, they assure them that the CEO and the senior management team will stay on for a period of 2 years. Well, they go on and they shake on the deal. They agree a sum of 100 million as consideration for the transaction. And then company A tells company C, very well, I'm happy with the assurance that you made me, but I'm not willing to give you the full purchase price today. I'm happy to give you 80% and then wait for the 24 months to see whether the CEO and the key management staff will stay on, at which point I will pay the balance. And company C is happy with that arrangement. And they say the only rider is that I don't want at the end of 24 months, I start a debt collection exercise. Once the condition is fulfilled, I'd like to receive the balance of my purchase price. So both parties are not comfortable for one of them to have the balance of the funds. And they agree that the balance will be held by an escrow agent. So that's the service we provide. We would in this circumstance, we would open a bank account and hold the balance of purchase price for the escrow period, which in this case is 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, if the CEO and the senior management team have stayed, then we'll pay out the balance to the buyer. Adili is a trusted service provider in this market for security trustee services and escrow agent services. Built over a number of transactions and years that we have worked with lenders that trust us to hold securities on behalf of our clients.